How are you guys doing? Man, I had a long day. I went to the office today, and I've been working from home really, but went by the office today. Anyway, for those who don't know, this is Mr. Make Him Pay, host Extreme Foolishness TV. Man, I just have a lot of stuff bothering me, man. Like, I had to pull over and just get some stuff off my chest. I had to. Like, we call this the United States of America. The United States. But the states cannot come together to unite, to have a common mask policy. This administration cannot get the states to unite. It's called the United States. Oh, God. I'm about to go in, man. You cannot get the states to unite to have a mask policy that requires everyone to wear a mask. And you call yourself the United States of America. And I know the Trump administration has been saying that he's going to defer to the states to make their own mask policy. But a lot of these governors are too scared of Trump, or they're trying to please him, and they do not want to require citizens of their states to wear a mask. And I'm like, what is going on here? It's like some people have taken their brain, put it on the seat, and sat down on it. Seriously. That's what it looks like. That is the same thing that worked in Europe to reduce the rate at which coronavirus spreads. You have to have a nationwide mask policy. New York's rate reduced. Now Florida's rate has gone out of the roof. Texas. So if you don't have a nationwide mask policy like they did in Europe, somebody in one state can get on the plane, go to another state, and infect a whole lot of people. You have to have a nationwide policy. And it's crazy, man. It looks like this administration, this Trump administration, cares more about children who have not been conceived than human beings walking alive. Think about that for a second. The Trump administration cares more about children that have not been conceived. Let me break it down a little bit. The Trump administration cares more about preventing a woman from getting pregnant than human beings alive. The Trump administration passed a policy that allowed employers to opt out of providing birth control to their employees. Seriously? Talk about misplaced priorities. Oh my God. I laugh in Swahili. You would care about a woman not getting pregnant, about birth control, than human beings walking around about their lives. You have 130 something thousand people dead, millions, 3 million plus infected in the United States. No mask policy. I even heard that PPEs are now becoming hard to come by in some of these hospitals. Like PPEs in July? Seriously? But you're more worried about a woman not getting pregnant. Oh my God. Talk about misplaced priorities. And I'm tired of these people saying it's my constitutional right not to wear a mask. This is a seat belt. You do not have a constitutional right not to wear the seat belt once you drive. And that's even to protect yourself, not to other people. If you're driving on these roads, there are speed limits to make it safe for other people, so that other people can be safe. It's the same doggone thing so that you wear a mask to make it safe for other people walking around so you don't infect them with your virus. Is this greed or selfishness? Talk about people sitting down on their brains. I tell you. So it's okay for them to have a law that determines how fast you can go on an expressway. But you have a problem with them telling you to wear a mask. Are you kidding me? Seriously? Are you kidding me? Oh God, I laugh in Swahili. Talk about misplaced priorities. Pro-life people, where are you at? Pro-life, you call yourself pro-life, but you're not pro-life for the people who walk in the streets. You're not pro-life for the people who have underlying conditions, who are susceptible to this disease, the elderly, the sick. What about their lives? Oh my God. And this Trump administration is worried about forcing states to open their schools. And this Secretary of Education, whatever her name is, Betsy, saying kids should go to school. Are you kidding me? While the virus has not been checked? So these same kids will go infect other teachers, especially you have teachers who may have underlying conditions. They could come back home and infect their parents and grandparents. The virus is still spreading like wildfire, but you want the kids to go to school just for the optics of it. But you call yourself pro-life. This Trump administration is more worried about the right to a woman to do whatever she wants to do with her body. And this anti-abortion people saying they're pro-life, when that has no impact on someone else. Whatever the woman chooses to do with her body, that is none of your doggone business. I'm sorry. And even, let's think about this for a second. Even if you have a child or fetus, since you guys are so much pro-life, and that fetus asks you a question, is this the world you want me to come? That at the moment that child is born, that child is at risk of contracting coronavirus. Is that the world you want this child to come, and you call yourself pro-life? Why don't you make a policy that will stop the spread? I laugh in Swahili. This is ridiculous, man. I'm serious. It's like some people will have put their brains on their seat and sat on top of it. And I'm sick and tired of all these folks getting medical advice from people who don't have the qualifications. If you are sick, you're not going to call a plumber to come diagnose you. And if you do, you got problems, man. You're not going to call a plumber. If you have a brain problem, or if you have heart issues or any kind of medical problems, you go to the professionals and get advice from the professionals. You get advice from the doctors. But no, you would rather get advice from a talk show host? Seriously? A talk show host telling you the CDC is lying? And how dare you undermine the qualifications of Dr. Fauci? This guy has worked for 6 administrations since 1984, I think. He's worked for 6 different presidents. He's a subject matter expert in the areas of infectious disease. He has the medical degree, the scientific knowledge and experience. He knows what the heck he's talking about. But you rather take advice from a talk show host. What is his name? Chuck whatever? Chuck Woolery? Is that his name? Chuck Woolery? Herman Cain, I'm talking to you right now. So you would rather take advice from Chuck Woolery, but when you fall sick with corona, you run to the same doctors you refuse to listen to? Mr. Herman Cain, why didn't you run to Chuck Woolery to treat you after you caught the coronavirus? Because you want to survive. You want to give yourself the best chance of survival because you know they have the expertise. Then why don't you listen to the experts in the first place? Because once you fall sick, you're going to turn around and go to the same doctors you refused to listen to in the first place. And all these people who cannot pass a basic science test. Whew. A simple science test. They're giving medical advice on Twitter, on Facebook. Oh my God. You'd rather listen to somebody who is alleged to have paid another person to take his doggone SATs over a Dr. Fauci and CDC? Oh my God. Oh my God. What is going on here, people? Seriously, what is going on? You would rather get medical advice or advice about infectious diseases from a talk show host, Chuck Woolery? And if you fall sick, you're not going to go to Chuck Woolery to treat you. You're going to go to the doctors. So why don't you listen to them in the first place? You know, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Like, people, we need to do better. A national policy is the only thing that can mitigate the spread. People need to wear masks. It's worked in all other countries. And the Trump administration is saying that states who do not open their schools would not receive federal dollars. He would not give federal dollars to the states. And why don't you just tell the states the same thing, that if they don't enact a policy requiring their citizens to wear masks, you are not going to give them federal dollars? Is that not a better use of your energy and your time to make sure that this coronavirus is checked? Why you call yourself the United States if you cannot unite? Unite. That's the operative word. United. A house that is not united, how can that house stand? That's why this coronavirus is just spreading, man. Like crazy. Man, this is crazy, man. It's ridiculous, man. It's really ridiculous. It's really, really sad, man. For real, it's sad. I just hope that this administration gets its act together, man, and just do what is right. Obviously, whatever you've been doing has not been working. This pandemic, the lockdown started in March. We're at July, mid-July. And it's like, not only have we gone back to square one, we've taken to negative. It's not even square one now. It's negative because all the states are having daily coronavirus positive numbers higher than it was in March. So we've not only gone back to square one, we've gone back to square negative. For those who know math, negative is worse than zero. That means if you started out with $0, now you owe money. You're worse off. This is worse than breaking even. You know? Anyway, I just had to get this stuff off my chest. This is Extreme Foolishness TV. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. Share, like, comment. Let me know. Does this make sense? Am I the only one that this doesn't make sense to? Are there misplaced priorities in this administration? Worrying about a child that's not even conceived yet, not being born yet, over human beings alive. If those kids could talk, those feeders, the babies who are not here yet, what do you want to tell them? You want them to come to this world that is full of Rona, people dying left and right? Is that the world you want them to come to? Make this place safe. Anyway, this is Extreme Foolishness TV. Please subscribe, like, share. On to the next.